Welcome, students of APUSH. Are you excited for the school year? No? Well, don't worry, because once upon a time, I was in the same shoes as you were. And even though it seems scary and hectic right now, and you think, wow, I can't do this, you can. If you follow these tips and rules on how to be the best student you can be, you really will succeed. And in your APUSH family, you're going to see 3 types of students. You're going to have your studiers. Now, these are the students that will really do well, and they're going to study as much as they can, and they're going to really succeed in that class. They're going to get those A's raining down on them all the time, and people are going to look up to them and want to be like them. So be that student. Or you could be the lazy student, which is the polar opposite of the studiers, and you fall asleep in class thinking your desk is a pillow. We knew one of them. And the in-between students, they sometimes lose their train of thought, but they're doing okay, and they're getting their stuff done on the bare minimum. Now, this is how to be a lazy student. You don't want to be the student. So, step number 1, don't be the student. You don't want to. It's hell. Literally. Don't do it. So number 1, you get the American Pageant, this beautiful APUSH book that we all love to hate, and you just ignore it. It's probably somewhere in your room, or disintegrating in the bottom of your bed. Who knows where it is? And then you fall asleep during her lectures that Miss Bravo personally prepared for you. Not a good thing. And then when it comes to doing homework, you rather be on Facebook or social media asking people for the question, and it's just not going to pay off in the end. Don't do that. Number 4, when it comes to listening to her advice and tips that Miss Bravo personally gives you, yeah, you ignore it. You're not listening, and you're probably not even listening right now. Pay attention, students. It's important, because when it comes to the APUS test, you're going to read the questions on the DBQ and FRQ, and you're going to start crying, because you're better off drawing pictures of unicorns and little cats, because you don't know what you're doing. And you get it too, which is not passing. You were so close, but you were so far away. And then you have your in-betweeners. And this is how you can be those students who do the job well and they pass. Maybe not with a great result, but they pass. And this is how to be those students. You first off, you get the American Pageant book and you read it 1 to 3 times a week. You know, sometimes reading it is just boring, and even though you try not to fall asleep, sometimes you have to duct tape your eyes, you do your best not to daydream, and it's going to pay off, students, because once your mind is active, then you're going to really get into it, and you're going to remember more. But when it comes to the homework, you spend at least like 2 minutes on it from the night before or the period before. Not recommended. AP does not stand for Advanced Procrastination, students. It does not, sadly. And when it comes to the quizzes, you guess on a few, you get a decent grade, you pass with a 70, not really great. You want to get A's, of course, because you're AP students, but you pass, barely. But then, the students that you look up to, that you think are going to be the next presidents that you want to be, well, here's how you can do it. You want to be a studier. You want to be those students that answer all those questions in class, they get all the answers right, and they're Miss Bravo's favorite. For the AP book, you read it at least an hour each night. American Pageant, yeah, it sucks, but it's important. And then you also take notes in class. You read your book. You do every activity that she tells you to do. You do your note cards. It's so important. And this AP US History book, yeah, it's great. You should get it now and really start preparing for the test right away. Don't procrastinate, students. Kiss up to Miss Bravo. She might seem really scary, but she's a big goofball, and she's a great teacher who will really want you to succeed and do everything for you to succeed. So really appreciate that. And then when it comes to the AP US test, yeah, you're scared, but you go in there confident, you know your stuff, you strut it, you go in there, and you know everything. You get 100%. That's great. You're going to be those students that people are going to be sad that they weren't like you. So do that. And here are some tips. So then you can really take advantage of this year and do your best. You want to read, do your flashcards. APUSH material, you can get flashcards at the store, you can get the book that we showed there, and it's so helpful. And You guys have a great teacher. Make sure you really appreciate her because she's going to do the best for you to succeed and give you everything you need possible. And you might be not as great as our 6th period, but you're going to be able to rise above whatever you want to be. Make sure you're doing your best and really appreciate Miss Bravo because she was an inspiration and a mom, and we will always love her and miss you, Miss Bravo. You were great, and thank you for everything. And remember that no matter what, we'll always be your students. So, good luck, guys, and goodbye.